up, guys? Solomon back again, also known as the Black Gentleman. I bring to you today, I am happily bringing you today reformatted R28 Tyrantron slash Tyrantronus? Anyway, Idw Megatron. And this is a figure that I have been looking for quite some time. Apparently MMC doesn't want to make any more of these, so I had to go the eBay route. But luckily I didn't pay too much more than it was worth. But as you can see, here's the box showing both both his gladiator slash miner look and Autobot, Megatron look. Turn the box around. And you can see him in his alt mode, which I'm sure is a hit or miss for some people. I'm kind of cool with it, not too bad. And he is here. He is with the miner slash gladiator drill tip. Him holding Voss. And him with some of his gladiator-esque weapons. But yeah, that's enough of the box. Get that out of here. Let me show you guys the usual, the card that we always get. Yep. And here's some of his stats. If you guys want to pause, take a better look at. Also, you can see he is incredibly smart and incredibly strong. And his firepower is also a 10. Very awesome. And here's the instruction manual slash comic that we always get. As always, pretty decent artwork. Let me get more than that. Pretty awesome artwork, actually. But yeah. And on the other side, you get the instructions. And this guy comes with a lot of accessories. I would say they come with enough accessories where this easily could have been could have made a whole nother figure, actually. So yeah, that's the instructions. Before we get to the figure, actually, let's go ahead and show those accessories. Here's his the minor version, or gladiator, how you want to look at, version of his fusion cannon. Comes with this tip for the cannon, but it comes off, as you can see, and you can apply the drill tip. This is pretty cool, pretty badass, I think. Let's see what also it gets. Matter of fact, let me just bring the camera down here. Just show it all. Here's 2 shoulder plates. Here's his head here, which is painted very, very nicely. Oops, get the focus. Yeah. Here's a second chest plate. Got some very nice silver paint apps. I'm not super big on the caution striping, but hey, I guess when you're down inside of a Cybertronian cave mining, I guess maybe you need a bit extra caution. I don't know. Here's a extra drill tip for the back. It's painted in a very silver paint. I have to say, it's quite a bitch to get out if you put it on the back all the way. That's why I don't put it in all the way. I put it on the very end. Yeah. Here's his beam saber weapon. As you know, seemingly all Megatrons come with these, just about. But yeah, the hilt and handle are covered in a very nice silver paint. Nice. And here is let me put the camera down. Get a better look at this. Here's his energy mace. The ball itself is covered in well, it's not covered in anything. It's actually a clear plastic with very soft spikes. And the chain itself is painted in a purple metallic paint. Also has a handle right here. It is covered in silver paint as well. While it's coming through, it looks very nice. And last but not least, it comes with, if you have the Kotor figure, it comes with an extra head for him. which we can pop the mask off. Gives him the glitch face. I think it's pretty cool. The mask itself, I just dropped it. The mask itself is actually magnetized, so you can place that on Megatron's chest to copy that one scene where he does such. So yeah, put it back on. Yep, there we go. Now, with all the accessories out of the way, I'm going to show you guys the reason you came. The figure himself. If you just give me a moment to grab him now. Hailing from Megatron. Oh, sorry. Hailing from Cybertron. I'm all tongue-tied. Here it comes. Idw Megatron. And if you guys watch my reviews and stuff, sometimes I have to make sounds for my figure introductions. So, you know, if you don't like it, you definitely have to get over that. Hey, it's a toy. Let's have some fun, right? Yeah, man, here he is. And I'm doing things a little different this time. I'm actually starting from alt mode. Normally I go into the robot mode, but the alt mode is such a simple transformation. I figure, hell, let's just start from this mode out, right? But yeah, here's him in his I guess Cybertronian plane. I understand in comic books he never really transformed, so I suppose MMC had to kind of figure out what they wanted to do there in terms of giving him an alt mode, because you know it must transform as Transformer, right? So what they did was they kept the treads, which are visible on his body, you know, here and here, which, you know, on his legs he does have in the comic books. And I suppose they said to themselves, we could do a tank because that's what's expected. But no. Let's just make it a ship. So, anyway, logic. Anyway, but I like it. All right, I don't hate it. To quote another viewer I frequently watch, it's fine. But yeah, it's got some really good silver paint apps. You can see here on the back here and on the front of the chest. You can see. The treads are painted in gray paint with silver paint for the wheels, and some red paint here on the other wing, and also the cockpit / cannon also has red paint, and I believe it's just gray plastic. I don't believe it's paint, but this is definitely red paint, and that's just black plastic. So yeah, so as far as the alt mode goes, there's not much to it. The treads don't roll, which is fine. It's standard MMC. I'm gonna take a second here, and I'm gonna unhook all the normal Megatron stuff and hook on his Gladiator / Miner stuff. So if you give me a second with a little bit of that editing magic, I'll come back with that. And I'm back. And now I have him in his Gladiator Miner conversion, which is essentially the same plane / tank, but I consider mode more of a tank, because you know the drill. And like I said before, you can change out the tip. Slides right out. Sadly, it doesn't rotate. Oh, I take it back. The tip does rotate. Never mind. Take it back. I was gonna say the tip does rotate, people. The tip does rotate. But yeah, you can also put on the cannon barrel. So you can have it basically any way you want it. But if I was going to have him in this mode, I'm definitely more a fan of the drill tip. If only because I love me some Tingen Tupa Gorlagan. So yeah, that's basically the difference there. It's just a matter of swapping out the wings here and here, and the cockpit itself. And on the back, although you don't have to do this, I changed the chest plate and head out. Though not necessary for this mode, I just did it just to, you know, just complete it. So yeah, that's him in this variation. I think, although I prefer the other variation where he's more, you know, just straight up Megatron, not necessarily Gladiator. But yeah, now I guess let's go on to that robot mode. So with more of my editing magic. I'll be back in a flash. Here I am back with the transformation as promised, and here he is. In this mode, you get to see, a little bit more. You can see more of the paint apps here. The silver chrome on the chest, silver chrome in the vents here. Also, the awesome head sculpt again, which looks very, very good. I even like the red detail here on the top of the forehead, and I like the etched in design choices here on the chrome paint here. Looks very nice down on both sides. Chrome paint on the forearm, and like a reddish pink app here right before we get to the hand, and that's on both sides here, as you can see. There we go. And also down below on his, I guess you call this a leg armor plate. I don't know what it is, but anyway, it has the same reddish pink paint app here, and more red paint apps there. And that too is on both sides, as you can see. And yeah, so let's go ahead, before we accessory him up, let's get into articulation. Arms can go out that far and back that far. Got nice ratchets, which I love ratchets, as you know. Goes out that far and can go back that far. Has a bicep swivel. Can do a complete 180. Hands, let's see, hands open up. They have the usual Mmc one finger point. Actually, no, they don't. They just have, yes, one finger point, I believe. Yeah, the one finger point. Yeah, it's standard simmer in Mmc, which we're all saying we're all cool with. Yeah, both arms are the same. Out that far. Rotate 180 on that side as well. And the bicep swivel. Let's see if the hands rotate. Curiosity. Yes, they do rotate. Awesome. As for the legs, if you move out his hip skirt right here, which you do on both sides, legs can go, oh, move out too. Legs can go out that far and back that far, which is a-okay with me. With the arm out, you can do, let's move that skirt thing out here. There we go. You can do the, just about to complete what they call the Van Dam. So, it's pretty cool. All things you expect of a third-party figure. Any third-party figure worth their weight, let's just say. And yeah, so got that far. Almost got the Van Dam. Almost. Knees. Bend here. Both sides. And he has ankle rockers right here. I did learn this. If you move, he should stand properly. If you move the tread piece up here, just kind of bend it up or about right there, the rockers work way better. So yeah, that's something I still haven't learned. I actually haven't transformed this thing much. Right now for this review, this is probably most of transformed it, and this is being the second time. So I mean, once I'm all done with the review, I'm probably just gonna put him in Megatron mode and put him on a shelf somewhere. Just admire the greatness. But now, as for those accessories, remember that awesome cannon? It plugs into his forearm using this block right here. And you just press in right there. And here we go. I don't know if you can get in there. There we go. So yeah, holds it like a boss, the boss that he is. Also, his Energon mace, he holds that very well too. Just take that and plug it in here. Actually, he holds all the weapons very nicely. I mean, I got no complaints. Yeah. So yeah, pretty awesome. Let's throw around like his Megatron pimp chain. Yeah, I know. And also his beam saber. I know a lot of people say a lightsaber, but I'm so used to watching Gundam. I just call it a beam saber. You know. So whatever on that. Slides in Close the hand around it. And yeah, just pull it back. It holds all his weaponry just fine. Overall, pretty cool. And if you don't like the drill tip, you can, like I said, easily just pull that out. And you can replace it with the energy barrel. There you go, which looks pretty cool. So however you want him to be is how he will be. Now, since you've seen this, I'm gonna go to the mode that I like the best, his standard, Autobot Megatron. So with more of the editing magic, I'm about to reform this man into something else in 1 sec. And bam! Here we are again. This time back with his Megatron mode. And I think this is the mode I love the most. This is the mode I will be displaying mine in. Yeah, this is awesome. I can't wait to get an Autobot logo I can put right there. I have some coming in from China because I couldn't seem to find any in the States at a decent price. So yeah. Anyhow, yeah, this is him in Megatron mode. And he has all the same articulation as he did when he was in his Gladiator Miner mode. All it is just change out the head, breastplate, and the wings here. The only thing I wish was different was, although I know it wouldn't be accurate, the silver paint here is just as good, but I wish it had some of the details that this one had. Let me get here. See the mold detail here? I wish I could transplant that onto that, just to give it a little something extra. But that's just a nitpick, because ultimately if they did that, it wouldn't even be accurate, so it's all good. Also, I remember I brought in the extra head for Coulter, or Tarn. This mask has a magnet in it, which you can pull off, put the head aside. And you can copy the scene where Megatron goes sick house on a DJD and puts Tarn's mask on the chest to represent that Decepticon is still there within. So place it right there. Oops, I can get it straight. So yeah, you can totally do that if that's what you want to do. And I think that was really nice of MMC. They didn't have to do that, but they did, and that's very thoughtful of them. I mean, I would never have asked that. But if they ever do want to do a second run of Megatron, I would love for them to not only, maybe I'm asking too much, but I'd love for them to include this head again, but give Tarn the actual face they had in comics, with where it had like an actual face and it was kind of scratched up from his battle with Grimlock, the scarring on it. I really love that face. Think about having my cousin actually go in with his paintbrush and maybe doing up something like that. So yeah, let's pop that back off. Man, what can I say about this? I love him. He's awesome. Only thing where you might have a problem with him is, and I'll go ahead and show you here on camera, is you see how I have him displayed with the cannon up? Well, you can, it's pretty easy. But the only thing is when you're doing this kind of pose, you may have to take the cannon off, because when you try to rotate here, it bumps into his shoulder, and I'm afraid it's gonna scrape off some paint. So you might want to take the cannon off, then post the arm how you want it before you put the cannon back on. This is to save some paint, because as you know, these things are very expensive, and the last thing we want to do is, blemish them. Although sometimes the blemishes can look like, battle damage, which is still something cool. But yeah, anyone who reads the comic books knows that Megatron normally nowadays doesn't have his cannon at all anymore, because he's sworn off violence for the most part, and is somewhat of a pacifist. So you really only see him with his cannon during the end of the Lost Light. And anyone who's seen that far ahead knows that this cannon doesn't really match. It doesn't. But hey, if anyone's out there and they want to produce a secondary market cannon that resembles more or less that'd be cool. But ultimately, I'm okay with this. Even though it has somewhat of a Nintendo light gun zapper look, I'm cool. And if you really don't like this version, You can still use this version, although the striping here wouldn't exactly match. I wish I could do some comparison for you guys, but my current location, I don't have any Transformers to do a size scale with. But believe me, he is a Voyager scale, maybe just a little bit bigger. And hopefully in the coming days, if you pay attention to my Instagram, I'll probably do some photos of him with some other MMC bots, and you can get a real good sense of scale if you follow me on Instagram, which my Instagram name is the same as here, SolemnNewsPut82. So yeah, if I give this guy a score, which nowadays I'm not really that big on scores, I just tell you if I recommend him or not. So I'm gonna give him one. I give him a perfect 5 or perfect 10, whatever your score balance is. No real complaints. Just that when you're transforming, be very mindful of the arm piece here when you're popping in and out. It's made of MMC stuff, so it's pretty sturdy. But I think with continued use, you could possibly stress it, and you don't want to do that. Same for these, popping these off. When you do it, you want to grab it from the base here, then gently wiggle it off to not have any stress marks. But yeah, other than that, it's all good. It's all good. As always, like, share, and subscribe. Trying to grow the channel. Small right now, but I'm always trying to get bigger. Just trying to grow, trying to spread it out. But yeah, this is SolemnNewsPut82, the Black Gentleman, out here doing God's work, reviewing these somewhat overpriced third-party figures. But hey, I love them. Anyway, until next time, peace out.
To all part 終わりの